Hello, I'm Heather Scott. I'm the principal here at Gutermuth today, and we are here to recognize Miss Sarah Blatz as an ExCEL Award winner. She is an exemplary teacher in every area. She has 12 years teaching experience here in JCPS. She is a national board certified teacher in literacy. She currently serves in several leadership positions in our building to include instructional leadership team and SBDM committee. She is a national board certification mentor for 6 teachers here at Gutermuth. And in her current role and most important role here at Gutermuth, she serves as a 2nd grade teacher. Mrs. Blatz not only ensures that students here at Gutermuth are learning at high levels, she coaches teachers into improved practices as well. She is well planned, highly organized, and student-centered. We have a very diverse population here at Gutermuth Elementary to include 19 different spoken languages. And Mrs. Blatz ensures that her teaching is culturally responsive and is always making connections with all of her students. Her instruction is coherent, clear, and intentional. She's very knowledgeable in instructional resources and uses them with intention. She establishes a culture for learning and creates an environment of respect and rapport. She demonstrates flexibility and responsiveness with her students. She is a master at integrating literacy, math, science, and social studies, and she develops strong relationships not only with her students, but with her families. She is a lifelong learner and is striving to continue to grow. We are very pleased to have Ms. Blatz as a part of our school community and proud to recognize her today. And now we have our superintendent, Dr. Polio.
Thank you, Heather. Appreciate that, and glad to be here with you. Congratulations, Sarah. What an awesome accomplishment this is. You know, I know it's not often that teachers get recognized in this way, but, you know, I think back over my entire career of the teachers that I know that have received this incredible award. I mean, this is like the Academy Award for teachers, you know, and we had one last week. We give about, I think here in JCPS, 5 or 6 a year. So, you know, 6. So when you're talking, you know, the amount of teachers right now that are recognized, it's very few in the district when you look over a 10-year period. You know, you're talking less than 1%. So getting this award puts you in, you know, the top percent, but at the very top of, you know, the list of great teachers in this district. So I'm so pleased to be here with you and do this. It's some of my favorite things to do is to be able to recognize. I wish we could be in person with you today to recognize you, but happy to at least be able to do this here today with you to recognize all the great things that you have done. And you know, as I was looking over your accomplishments, you know, one of the things that struck me is everybody, you know, that we have on here, you know, obviously are great with kids. You don't win this award unless you are a fantastic teacher and great with kids. But there is something about teachers that take a leadership role in their school and work to improve other teachers. And Ms. Scott, what did you say? How many is she mentoring for National Board Cert? Was that 6?
Yes, sir.
6 teachers that you're mentoring. You're on the instructional leadership team. You run professional development, you know, and all of those are just a sign of, you know, your commitment to education and to the kids of your school and to really your school community. And that's the positivity that truly makes a difference. And I don't think people quite understand that, yeah, you're impacting those 20-some kids sitting in your room, but when you improve the culture and instruction in your school, you're improving outcomes for hundreds of kids each and every day. So I'm just very thankful for you, for your contribution to the 2nd graders in your classroom, but also to the contribution to the school culture that you provide. And that is so meaningful, and I'm proud to recognize you. I do want to thank WHAS 11 and LGE and KU who have been sponsoring this for many years. And this is something that is so important, that we begin to recognize teachers for the work that they do. We talk all the time about the shortage of teachers locally, statewide, and nationally, and how hard this job is. This is important. We need to do this kind of thing more often. And so I thank WHAS 11 and LGE KU for this incredible award that they're providing to all of our teachers. And so, Ms. Blatz, on behalf of Jefferson County Public Schools, I just want you to know I want to congratulate you on winning the WHAS 11 and LG&E KU ExCEL Award. Thank you for your commitment to teaching and recognize you. Congratulations.
Nice. And we also have here with us today, Ms. Mullaney, the former principal at Gutermuth Elementary.
Thank you. Sarah Blatz. Sarah Blatz. When I met Sarah, I was assistant principal at Carter Traditional Elementary, and Sarah was a fourth grade teacher doing very untraditional work with math notebooks and writing and math in her classroom. And one of the favorite parts of my day was visiting Sarah's room to see how she had those children collaborating. And so just imagine my delight when Sarah Blatz wanted to transfer to Gutermuth Elementary, and we had an opening at Gutermuth, because having exemplary teachers in K through 2 who are extremely knowledgeable about reading and literacy is so very important that we get that started from the beginning. And Sarah Blatz fit that bill exactly. Sarah Blatz is a principal's dream, quite honestly. She embodies the professional code of ethics. And when Sarah Blatz enters your building, she raises the level of professionalism across the board. It's exactly what Dr. Polio said a few minutes ago. You not only get an exemplary teacher for children, but you get a staff member who inspires everybody else to be better just by being there. And we all know that we can't develop teachers in 24 hours of professional development in a school year. It's not possible. So you're always looking to find those people who can help you do that by their presence and the conversations that they start with others on a daily basis in the building. And Sarah does that. The other gift that Sarah brings to a principal role is that when you assign students to Sarah Blatz's classroom, you know for sure that those children are going to have an amazing experience. The parents are going to be involved and welcomed, and you are confident as a leader that great things are happening in that classroom. So Sarah Blatz raises the bar for every single person and every single adult in the building through her dedication to her own professional growth, her national board certification, and the mentoring that she began. Sarah, I could go on and on and on, but mostly I think that we just want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Sarah Blatz.
Thank you. And now we have Ellen Glazer, our academic instructional coach here at Gutermuth.
Hello, I'm Ellen Glazer. I'm the AIC here at Gutermuth, here to congratulate my friend, Sarah Blatz. I am blessed here at Gutermuth to work with some of the best teachers. Let's see, district, state, country, you name it. Some of them are right here at Gutermuth. So it's always a pleasure for me to get to talk about any one of them. But when they asked me to talk about Sarah, I was like, yes, please. I was hoping you would. I first met Sarah when she came to interview for a fourth grade position at Carter Traditional Elementary, where I was a fourth grade teacher. We had interviewed that day, it seems like so many people, and Sarah was one of our last people that day. Everybody else who came that day brought maybe a resume, maybe one page of a lesson they did in student teaching or something. Sarah walks in, and mind you, this is before Google Drive, Google Classroom. Sarah walks in with a CD for each of us, full of lessons, and this binder, I'm telling you, like this thick, full of examples of parent communication, examples of wonderful lessons, integration, you name it. And she was right out of school, guys. This was not like a transfer. This was somebody right out of school. So after her interview, I looked at everybody at the table. There were like 6 of us there. And I said, we're hiring her and I'm doing her K-tip. I was like, please, I'm begging you. And somebody in the interview committee looked at me and said, I don't know. Does she seem like maybe a little too good? And I was like, yes, exactly. So of course, in the end, we hired her. And then for me, the real fun began. So I say fun because for me, there's nothing better as a mentor than watching a new young teacher come right out of school with such an inquisitive mind and such a reflective nature. Sarah was that from the beginning. She and I met way beyond the hours of my required K-tip hours because it was just a pleasure to learn from her, because that's what I was doing really. And that's why I wanted to jump on being her K-tip sponsor. I knew that even however many years I'd taught, there's always something for me to learn her too, and I couldn't wait to learn from her. So from the beginning, of course, she was excellent. She was reflective. She was all those things I knew she would be. But what struck me also is just how kind she was and how patient she was with the students. And just the fact that she was just a teacher. There was nothing else on this earth that Sarah Blatz was ever going to be but a teacher. She just had that thing, whatever that thing is. So the rest of my time at Carter was spent on a team with Sarah. And I love being on a team of people. That's one of the great things about teaching, is that you can be on a team with people that you just learn so much from. And I learned so much from her. So years later, I came here to Gutermuth to be the then GCC. And Miss Mullaney already touched on this, but I did hound Sarah for years. I hounded her. I tried to do it subtly at first, like, hey, I really like it here. You should really come here one day. And then finally, I was just pushy about it. So she did come here, and I just was so glad to see that she was still inquisitive, reflective, and so patient and kind. Because teachers who truly do excel are all those things all the time. Whether they've taught for 1 year, whether they've taught for 35 years, you have to still be all those things to truly excel at being a teacher. You can be exemplary in any one lesson at any given time, but to truly excel, you have to be all those things. She's always still so patient, and believe me, she has students through the years that have needed more patience than probably anybody, but we know that. And poor Sarah, she always gets those lovable, wonderful children that we know she's going to give that patience to. So Sarah, congratulations. I love you. You do truly excel, of course, in so many other ways. So we all celebrate you today. It's an honor still to work with you and to be your friend.
Okay, and now we have a quick video we're going to show. All right. And now we have Haley Minogue.
Okay. You got it. Good job. Now I'm going to try this one because I had to make several phone calls. Gutermuth, right? Yay! Guys, you have no idea how many phone calls I had to make to find out if it was Gutermuth or if it was, you know, anything else on the list. But I am, yes, thank you. I'm so excited to be back and presenting these ExCEL awards. It's one of my favorite seasons of the year. Dr. Polio stole a little bit about what I was going to say, because I saw, Sarah, that it was written in your in some of your files that I got to go over, that you're a numbers girl, that you really like to pay attention to the math and all that stuff. So the most recent numbers I could find was that there's about 6,700 teachers at JCPS. So you are 6 out of about 6,000, right? 1 of 6 of 6,000. So I guess if we reduce that fraction, you're 1 in 1,000 for a teacher. So that's something that you can put, front and center. I am 1 in 1,000 of our JCPS teachers here for winning an ExCEL award. That's just an amazing statistic when you really think about it. I loved reading about, one of your friends had written that you were passionate about working at an ESL school and working at a free and reduced lunch school. And I think there is something so admirable about that, because so often we find people that get into certain positions and they said, yes, I'm not doing this for the money, but you really said, I am not doing this for the money. I am doing this to make a huge impact in people's lives and to make sure that these students are 100% set up for success. I was just so impressed with your resume, everything you're doing, not only for JCPS, but also for the city of Louisville, with giving your time to Bellarmine, with becoming a board member, doing the Greater Louisville Council of Teachers in Mathematics. I was just so impressed with everything that you're doing to make our community a better place to live. And as a mom myself, it makes me emotional to think about how many people out there are doing everything they can to make the city of Louisville a place where everyone should not only be proud to live at, but people that don't live in Jefferson County should want to live in Jefferson County because of teachers like you. And then the final thing I'll say is that I was really impressed by your teaching range. I have a 3-year-old and I can already tell that the difference in a couple of months is insane, but seeing that you can teach, and have taught 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, I cannot imagine. And I think that a lot of people don't really understand how big of a difference there is just socially, emotionally, just even independence levels between those ages of children. So I'm just really impressed by you all around as a teacher. We are so excited on behalf of WHAS 11 and LGE and KU to present you with this gold apple. I don't think you've received yours yet, but it should come in the mail. It is the most beautiful, heavy thing that you got one? Yay! I love it when people already have theirs. Woo! So congratulations on your ExCEL award. We are so happy to honor teachers like you that are making our school system here in Jefferson County just the best that it can be. So again, thank you so much for all that you do for our JCPS schools.
Thank you. And Mr. Allen from LG&E KU.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for allowing me to be present here virtually with you all. Everyone has said some amazing things about you, Sarah, and so I really don't have much to sum up. And what I will say is that it is educators like yourself that not only talk the talk, but walk the walk. And so we at LG&E and KU and WHAS appreciate all that you're doing in the city of Louisville to not only shape the minds, but energize the minds for the future. While I wish that I could be there with you to shake your hand and all that good jazz to celebrate with you, I'm here virtually. And so on behalf of everyone here at LG&E and KU Energy and WHAS, I would like to present you virtually with a check for $1,000 that we know will be used well in your classroom to benefit not only your students, but your education platform. So congratulations once again. Back to you, Heather.
Yes. And now we have our ExCEL Award winner, Miss Sarah Blatz, who has a few words.
All right, well, I just want to thank all of you so much. This is such an honor to be receiving this award today. And I'd like to share a short story and then a few words. So at the beginning of my teaching career, I came across this story called Finding Your Marigold. And it's an essential rule for new teachers, but it still applies today. So many experienced gardeners follow a concept called companion planting. And what they do is they place certain vegetables and plants near each other to improve growth for one or both of the plants. And so among companion plants, the marigold is one of the best. It protects a wide variety of plants from pests and harmful weeds. And if you plant a marigold beside almost any garden vegetable, that vegetable will grow big and strong and healthy and will be protected and encouraged by its marigold. So marigolds exist in our schools as well. They're encouraging, they're supporting, and they nurture growing teachers on their way to maturity. If you can find at least one marigold in your school and stay close to them, you will grow. But if you can find more than one, you will positively thrive. So that last sentence sums up how I feel about my teaching career. I haven't landed where I am today on my own, and I feel fortunate enough to have been planted right across the hall from a marigold my first year of teaching. I had other marigolds appear as teammates, assistant principals, academic coaches, counselors, family resource coordinators, principals, and more. I can say that I was truly blessed to always be around encouraging, supporting, and nurturing colleagues who have grown into some of my dearest friends. So now in my career, I want to be a marigold for others. I love walking into my building each day, and I know this is where I'm meant to be. I love having a classroom full of students, and I'm grateful that I can impact their lives. And I'm so thankful for the opportunities that I've been given to grow as a leader. So I just want to say thank you to my Gutermuth family. Thank you to my colleagues. Thank you to my students, and most importantly, my family. I'm so honored by all of your all's kind words and for being here today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. And I think that concludes, unless anyone else has anything would like to share. Okay.
Congratulations, Sarah.
Congratulations, Sarah. That was perfection. Perfection. Thank you. Congratulations.
Sarah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.